Hello and welcome to the start of the spring 2023 season here on St. Joe's Media. I'm Ben Chowk, joined by Saketh Kodor. And Saketh, we have a great matchup going on right here in front of us in the Magdala Gymnasium. St. Joe's is facing off against Monroe in volleyball. What are your expectations for the Falcons in this game as well as the rest of the season?
Well, expect them to be on the backs of Scott Schmidt. Obviously one of the elite players in the state. Very gifted physically. Obviously, he's like 7 foot. You saw him try and play basketball a little bit earlier this year, but big offer from MIT came in, and he had to set his priorities straight. But so far, it looks like he's been responsible for the points that St. Joe's has. So I mean, looks good so far, Ben.
And Schmidt led the state in blocks last year. Obviously, like you said, that 7 foot stature. We're going to see if he can use it here today.
Yeah, Ben, I mean, aside from Scott Schmidt, the other really good players in the starting lineup, Shlok Patel, Bobby Ilson, the captain, Noah Stout, and Nick Drake, ones to watch.
Score is 3-1 at the moment for St. Joe's. Zucchi almost got the block. Schmidt going for the kill. Monroe couldn't get it over the net.
Not really sure who our hitter is on the right side right now.
Yeah, I know they rotate, I think.
Are you saying that you don't know that much volleyball, Ben?
I'm saying that I will learn as the game goes, and I am enthusiastic and excited to see where this game takes me in my broadcasting career.
I'm very disappointed that you didn't do your homework on the rules. Might have to send you back to freshman year gym so you can take a couple more written exams on those.
I might need to. Shout out to Mr. Berger. It's going to be Ryan Sigmund on the serve here for Monroe. Right into the hands of Ilson. Arav Zucchi with the kill. No good.
Aside from his a lot of insane volleyball skills, Robert Ilson's good looks may be another reason for this team's success this year.
That's definitely a possibility. Arav Zucchi right there. Getting the kill for the Falcons. He's going to get the serve here too. Nice hit there from Monroe.
Yeah, I don't think Monroe is going to win this game. I'm not really a enthusiastic volleyball watcher here, but yeah, I don't like the way this looks for Monroe.
No, it's justified. I mean, St. Joe's is top 5 in the state. Monroe unranked. St. Joe's won both of its matchups against Monroe last year.
Funny story. I asked Ben Chadwick about 5 minutes ago why Noah Stout was wearing a different colored jersey. So work in progress here.
Hey, we're learning as the game goes on, and I think St. Joe's is the best team to teach us how this game is played.
Yeah, and if you guys are wondering, it's because Noah Stout is the library of this team. I mean Librero, sorry.
Scott Schmidt, the big man on the serve. Oh, he tosses it up high. He smacks that thing, and Monroe very excited after that one.
Scott Schmidt is kind of like a cheat code. He's like when you go into 2K and you make your point guard 7 feet, and now you have a point guard who's dribbling all over the place.
I would call him the Giannis Antetokounmpo of our generation. I don't think that's a stretch to say that.
Yeah, I'd put him in there in the GOAT conversation right now of all-time volleyball players ever.
Another kill for St. Joe's.
That was Bobby. I love Bobby. Shout out Bobby. Nicholas Drake now set to serve.
Drake was second in the GMC in assists last year. Here is his serve.
Monroe's clapping a whole lot for being a bad team.
Scott Schmidt can't keep it going after Nick Drake's inerrant hit. Now Monroe will get another point. Falcons slowly coming back for Monroe.
It's weird. They kind of work backwards. Every time they get a point, they don't clap. But when they start losing, they start clapping.
I think it's that supportive mentality. Just like, hey, if we're winning, let's keep winning. But if we're losing, let's
tends to be a lot of that in Monroe, right, Ben?
Let's turn that frown upside down.
Don't ever say that again.
Scott Schmidt, what an animal. Monroe keeps it going, hits the ceiling. Ref's not going to call anything. That can't be legal. Monroe keeps it going, a dig here. Oh, a bad hit.
Interesting that Monroe hit the ceiling, because a lot of things from Monroe hit the ceiling here, especially Ben Chadwick's head, because he's like 7 foot tall.
Eight to 5 now in favor of St. Joe's. Ilson's going to keep this one going.
Looked like a Patrick Mahomes shovel pass there from Scott Schmidt over the net.
Nice block there. As St. Joe's goes into the break up 9 to 5. We'll have a minute-long break here.
Yeah, they're clapping, so I think that means they're doing good. Oh, they are up 9 to 5 though. So.
And we are back for more action. St. Joe's leads 9 to 5. It's a very supportive side from Monroe right now. Bobby Ilson's serve.
Ben, also something, so I was with Bobby when he was picking out the team shoe for this team. And if you notice, Scott Schmidt is the only one without this team shoe because they don't make Asics in size 18.
But
I just thought that was a cool story.
I don't care what shoes he wears as long as he keeps playing the game he's playing. I mean, Scott Schmidt can go out there barefoot. We can go flip-flops. We can go sandals. We can go socks and sandals if we're feeling up to it.
Ben, I didn't really watch that much volleyball last year, but like, just like knowing Scott, I feel like he put on a lot of muscle in the off-season. Looks way more healthy than he did after those couple surgeries he had to have with his meniscus.
No, he definitely does. And I mean, once again, it can only improve his game from last year. One of the best players in the entire state, made all-state first team last year. And like you said, putting on weight, especially with that type of frame, is exactly what you need to do. Monroe's attack here will be fruitful. Jaden Shaw.
You know what the best part of volleyball is? The guy standing on the ladder next to the net. I feel like that's very unique compared to other sports. Like, why can't this guy just be standing next to the net?
It was more fun to be higher up.
Yeah.
Does it help?
Interesting
Probably.
fact, me and Ben are probably like 15, 20 feet up right now as well.
We are, at the moment. It's a better view. I wouldn't be anywhere else than watching St. Joe's volleyball at the moment with this type of view.
Including the baseball game that's going on right now.
Yeah, our sideline reporter, Jack Kemmler, is heading over there, going to give us updates. St. Joe's baseball also facing off against Monroe at home. Falcons lead 11 to 7 in the first set of this one.
Arv able to get it up. And then Bobby hits it to the other side. Nice block there.
That ball travels out. Another point for St. Joe's. 12 to 7, St. Joe's leads.
Ben, I already know the answer to this question, but just to make sure that you know, what exactly does that red flag mean?
I believe it means if the ball travels out, that person puts the flag up.
Yeah, no, that is correct. I was just making sure you knew.
Let's go. Scott Schmidt on the block there, pummeling the ball into a Monroe Falcons face. And that is just great. Great play there by Schmidt. Another point for Monroe. 13-8. St. Joe's is going to lead here.
How depressed would you be if you went to Monroe High School, Ben?
Not they let this stay up if he keeps talking about being depressed going to the other team's high school.
Unpause it.
Bobby Ilson sending it over for St. Joe's. Here's the attack by Monroe. It's a well-aimed, very accurate shot. They add on another point, and they're into double digits.
I believe that was Dean Buckley. So Ben, where do you see this team progressing in terms of state playoffs or maybe conference playoffs?
I think they could go all the way. I mean, like we said, it's a top 5 team in the state according to Edge.com. I think they might even be a little bit better than that. I think the main opponent they're going to have this year is that Old Bridge team in the GMC, and that's going to be their main opponent, in my opinion, for the GMC tournament and the state tournament. If they can get past the Knights, I think they are golden the rest of the way. Scott Schmidt on the serve.
And Ben, since we're just entering into spring sports season, what do you think, what's your outlook for spring sports as a whole?
I think lacrosse is looking really good. We're going to be broadcasting their opening day against Haddonfield tomorrow. I think they should have a very solid season. Again, Monroe is the one team they need to overtake to get that GMC tournament. Baseball has a real shot at state sectionals. A couple teams they got to get past: North Brunswick, CBA, another team. But I mean, they're such a talented rotation they got over there, especially the hitting lineup led by Mark Gialusi. So I think they really have a shot at winning states over there. And then volleyball, we already mentioned what they could do with this extremely talented team. So I think it's looking really good right now for St. Joe's in spring. Scott Schmidt on the serve.
Ben, something I noticed with St. Joe's is their communication's been really good so far. It feels like those rotations, they're really communicating, and even when someone who's not supposed to be in the area that they're serving serves, they're able to rotate quickly. I don't see that with Monroe.
No, I think that's the perfect way to put it too. I mean, because they keep rotating around the court. But I think whoever they're next to, they always have great communication, such as Scott and Arav, or Arav and Bobby. Here's Bobby on the attack. Arav keeps it going after it gets blocked. And met at the rim was Bobby
really
Ilson.
Excited for being down 6. I think they should clap a little louder.
They got a good amount of kids over there, if we're being honest.
I think they're just waiting for the team bus to move. No offense, Monroe.
Scott Schmidt's shot will add on another point for St. Joe's.
You know what would be electric, Ben? If we had a full Falcon flock here with the Start the Buses chant, that would be pretty sick.
I think a flock is definitely in the future for volleyball, especially in those tournament games and the championship games, which will very likely be in the future of St. Joe's. So we definitely got to try and get a flock out for those. Nice block there by the duo from St. Joe's.
Looked like that point was spearheaded by a mishap from Shlok Patel.
Here's a serve for Monroe. That ball goes right over. And something I didn't notice and I didn't expect coming into this gym was how vocal Scott Schmidt is. I mean, we saw that serve just go over the line, and Scott is just yelling, "Nope, that's not good. Just being very vocal about it.
I was just about to say the same thing, Ben. You read my mind.
Ilson's serve gets returned by Monroe. No one is there for the Falcons.
Ben, how good are you at volleyball?
I dabble. I dabble in it. Gym volleyball, I have my moments because of the height. In terms of actually being good at the sport, not at all.
Yeah, I agree. I dibble-dabble here and there with volleyball, watching, entertain myself with some volleyball every now and then. But yeah, very interesting sport.
Yeah, no, I got a nice little combo with Alex Hagman during lunchtime, which it's been fun. It's been fun. We're getting better as each unstructured period goes by. St. Joe's.
Shout out Alex Hagman, but don't shout out where he's going to college because my college is better. Hook 'em horns, baby.
We might have to revisit that in a few years. West Virginia versus Texas. Scott Schmidt, yet another block.
Pretty clear answer.
Scott Schmidt, yet another block. And Schmidt, 3 straight blocks.
I mean, it's like, how do you even get it over his hands?
I don't think you do.
Man, his handwork is really good. He knows how to really use his hands.
Scott just absolutely dominated Monroe right there.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I think he's really good with his hands. Out the gutter.
St. Joe's with the serve here, up 7. 4 more points to go before they win the set.
Looks like Nate Yee checking in now for the Falcons.
Ooh, serve was really close by Stout, and they're going to count it. It's going to count as a point despite the Monroe flag holder saying it was out. Here's Stout again.
Ben, have you ever felt the satisfaction of setting up a volleyball net in a gym like this?
No, I have not. Could you explain that to the viewers?
Yeah, no, it's like, say there's a basketball game, right? Clean up, and then there's some notches in the floor that you just open up. It kind of feels like when you're opening up the thing for in your car for the gas. Kind of feels like that. You just open it, and then the 2 rods are there. You put those rods in, and then just unrolling the net. I feel like it's very satisfying.
That's good analysis. I think that'll really get the people wanting to go out there and start playing some volleyball.
Yeah, no problem then.
Nick Drake with the dig there. Bobby Ilson's going to send it over.
Ben, I know Scott was we all knew he was the best player, but I feel like just watching it here really solidified how vital he is for this team.
I told you, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. There's Nate getting the point for St. Joe's.
I saw him drinking a Prime energy drink during school today. Maybe that's the reason for the success.
I think it might be.
Hashtag
Shout out.
Not sponsored.
Shout out. Not sponsored. We could be, though.
Yeah. I mean, I'll text Logan Paul. I'll see if we can set it up.
Yeah, I'll text KSI, and one of us will reach him.
Yeah, it'll hit. 1 of the 2.
Scott Schmidt, nearly another block. He got his hands on it, but Nate could not dive under it as it went on St. Joe's side. It'll be another point for Monroe, but St. Joe's just 1 more point to go before this set is done.
Ben, are you a Prime guy or a Gatorade guy?
Oh, Gatorade. It's what I grew up with.
Gatorade,
It's what I grew up with. I mean, I've tried Prime, not bad at all, but It's Gatorade all the way.
Yeah. Scott tried to spike it and it just hit the inside of the net. I feel like the equivalent of that is like when someone passes you the ball in basketball and you already start moving before you catch the ball and the ball's just thrown out of bounds. You missed it, kind of.
It seems like that's what happened. And there's the set for St. Joe's on an error for the serve for Monroe. 25-16 is how we end the first set. 25 more points for St. Joe's, and they are walking out of here with an opening day victory. We'll be right back for the second set. And we are back for the second set. St. Joe's leads 1-0 over Monroe.
And that was pure domination there. Pure domination.
It really was. I mean, and pure domination, specifically from Scott Schmidt. I mean, that one possession where it was 3 straight blocks, one after another, until finally St. Joe's got the point.
Yeah.
I mean, that just shows.
LeBron James going against Cedi Osman, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Now here's Schmidt, another kill.
What do you do against that?
Scott Schmidt picking right up where he left off.
Like in basketball, it's footwork. The handwork in this game is unreal.
It is. No, it definitely is.
Spectacular.
Just the leaping ability, the bunnies on some of these guys. Scott Schmidt gets up high. I mean, he's already 7 feet tall, and he gets up even higher.
Ben, can you get up that high?
I cannot. No, I cannot.
Maybe if you were the Sperry's. For the viewers, Ben Chadwick's Sperry's are legendary.
Yeah, they are. They're a mythic fable here at St. Joe's.
Yeah, yeah.
Nick Drake gets stuffed on the net, and Monroe is very amped about that.
Yeah, this might be the only time they're ever tied.
We're gonna need a lot more than skill to beat the St. Joe's team.
Yeah, they might need like more than luck. Whatever luck squared. They need luck squared.
Serve here by Monroe. Bobby Ilson keeps it going. Zucci barely getting it over the net, keeping it in play. And a missed attack there, missed kill as St. Joe's gets the point.
How does that happen? I feel like me personally, Ben, I feel like I'd be able to hit that.
That's just missed timing right there. I mean, I don't know what else to say. He jumped at the wrong time. Zucci on the serve. Nice serve there from Arav. And Arav keeping it going, really going all out this possession. Nick Drake couldn't keep it in. Another point for Monroe. They tie it up again at 2.
Good try there from Nicholas.
The serve here by
Monroe's,
Taj Valaga.
Monroe's been tied for, I mean, very long time for their standards.
Here's Scott Schmidt on the kill once again. Give him the ball and see the points go up.
Ben, let me analyze this from a physics point of view, okay? Back to him. The angle of angles. I feel like no other player gets that level of angular displacement, I'd say, than Scott Schmidt.
I like that vocabulary right there.
No problem.
I really like angular displacement. I'm gonna roll with that for every other volleyball broadcast of the season.
Yeah, you copy me a lot, but I'm used to it.
I do. Yeah, I honestly, every day I wake up and I just strive to be as good as you are, just as a person. I mean, we're talking broadcasting.
Yeah.
We're talking, what else are we talking to?
Like, you know, just like skill.
Just skill, yeah, just
Finesse,
skill all
finesse.
around. I wake up and I say to myself, Ben, if you could be half the man that Saketh is, today's going to be a good day. And that's what I strive for each and every day.
Me too.
Oh, you strive for that as well? You strive to be half as good as you are?
Otherwise, it'd be too much domination.
That's you and Scott. You and Scott together, man.
Yeah.
Here's Bobby on the kill. She's going to shove that one, and that's going to be out of bounds on Bobby. So another point for Monroe. They keep tying it up. It's an eye for an eye so far for St. Joe's.
Ben, when I see volleyball, you know the first thing that comes to mind? Have you
Volleyball?
ever seen those Scott Sterling videos?
I do. I have seen those.
Yeah, the one where he got spiked in the face like 10 times.
Yeah. So, Saketh, here's my question for you. Who do you think is the Scott Sterling of this team? The guy who is willing to put his life on, put his life down for the team to win a game. Who would that guy be? Who is the Scott Sterling?
Other than the guy named Scott.
Yeah.
I think that's Bobby.
Yeah.
It has to be Bobby. Except Bobby's too pretty for that. I don't think his face would be able to handle that level of damage.
Monroe keeping this possession going. Another point there for Monroe.
Wow.
An eye for an eye once again. 5-5 is the score.
Very surprising outcome for Monroe. Let's hope that's not their last points of the game.
They scored 16 in the first set. We'll see if they can get higher than that and maybe even win this set.
No, I don't think so.
Scott Schmidt keeping this going here. Nice dig from him. Bobby Ilson on the attack. Nice kill there by Ilson. Once again, St. Joe's takes the lead, 6-5.
When I grow up, I want to be like Bobby.
So I guess that's who I want to be in my...
It's whatever the opposite of Arav is.
Here's Bobby Ilson on the serve. Libero returning it back. There's Arav, his return.
That's
unsuccessful as it hits the net. And Saketh, it has been back and forth literally this entire set. It was 1-0 St. Joe's, then 1-1. 2-1 St. Joe's, 2-2. Now we're at 6-6 in that exact same pattern.
Ben, the Falcons have such a massive bench. Maybe it's time to give these starters some rest?
That could be a possibility. And I mean, I'm trying to look for some guys who I might want to see come in. Nate, when he came in, did an excellent job. Maybe we see him later on. St. Joe's obviously going to take the lead once again, 7-6, keeping the pattern going. Here is the serve by Noah Stout. Scott Schmidt on the block. Scott Schmidt breaking the pattern. Maybe now St. Joe's will pull away.
Ben, what would be the first thing you would do if you were 7 feet tall?
Let's see. I would make the decision between volleyball and basketball, that's for sure. What else would I do? I don't know. I couldn't. I'll have to get back to you on that one, Sikev.
You know the first thing I'd do? I'd take whatever's on the top shelf where people can't reach and just put it on a higher shelf.
Yeah.
Just so only I could reach it.
Yeah, I like that. You got some Oreo cookies that you know your family loves. You just stock those on the top shelf.
Nestle them somewhere up there.
Exactly. It's a smart move.
Throw
Selfish.
that John up there.
It's selfish, but I respect it.
Yeah. A little selfishness is necessary to excel in life, you know?
Score is 9-6. Another kill there for Shlok Patel. St. Joe's starting to pull away. It should look like a 2-0 victory at the end of this one.
Besides the ball, the only thing getting killed is Monroe.
That's good. I like that. That's good.
I don't know what's going on in the baseball field right now, but I hope it's the same story out there.
Let's find out. Let's get a quick phone call here from Jack Kemmler. He can update the people. Scott Schmidt almost blocked that one. Bobby Ilson keeps it going. Arav Zucci, his kill, makes it over. Monroe keeps it going. Shlok Patel.
And the ball went pretty far. I wonder who's responsible for getting it.
Looks like they're going to send a player obviously not playing for St. Joe's to go and get that ball. 10-7 is
Ben,
the score.
If there was teachers volleyball, who do you see being the Scott Schmidt on the court, I guess?
Oh man, I mean no one has that height, but I mean would it not be Mr. Cabrita and Mr. Arva? I mean is that not the obvious choice?
I'm feeling a sleeper pick right here. Give me Mr. M.
Oh, Mr. M. Okay. Or maybe if we really want to emulate Scott Schmidt, Mr. Eppensteiner.
Yeah, but we were talking about angular displacement, so maybe Mr. O'Boyle would be able to.
That's true too. Mr. O'Boyle could definitely get up and get some disgusting kills.
I see him being the libero of the Falcons teachers team.
Possibly.
Yeah, and don't get me started on Miss Muratori. Obviously the pickleball champion of the I guess teacher flock.
I think you can call it that. Monroe, a bit of a comeback going here.
Oh, that was kind of a nice tap there from Scott Schmidt.
Another nice tap by Scott Schmidt right there.
He's not even sweating.
No, I mean why? I mean he's just putting his arms up and he's dominating this entire game.
Yeah.
Mr. Cabrita. He's gonna sub Dean Buckley in for Schlock.
You know, volleyball jerseys, like, they look more like the front looks like the back and the back looks like the front. I don't know if that's just me.
No, I know what you're saying.
You know, because there's nothing else on the front besides the print.
Because there's a lot more going on in the back, and then you look at the front and it's just the numbers. So I wonder why they do that.
What's your opinion on the team shoe, Ben?
I like it. You know, it kind of looks like a 45-year-old dad at a 4th of July party, I'll be honest. But, I mean, if it gets the job done, if it gets you a lead on Monroe and what's looking like a victory, as well as a top 5 team in the state, like I said before, I don't care what type of shoe you're wearing.
Thanks, Ben. I like that. I personally wouldn't mind a pair, but...
A pair of what?
The shoes, Ben.
Oh,
the shoes.
Just to wear around or for volleyball?
I feel like yeah, for volleyball.
That's fair. There's Stout returning this one. Scott Schmidt on the kill. Doesn't go. Oh, and a nice hit there by Monroe.
It went out of bounds, Ben. I wouldn't consider that a nice hit.
And a quick update here from Jack Kemmler from the baseball field. St. Joe's leads 5-4 over Monroe. So a bit of a surprising game over there as Monroe keeping it close with the Falcons.
Yeah, I wish we were able to watch it. But yeah, the Falcons, baseball-wise, are going to be absolutely electric this year. I mean, you were talking about top 5 volleyball team in the state. They might also be a top 5 baseball team in the state very easily.
It's a good chance. I know the team is very upset at their rankings from NJ.com and NJ Athletics. Not even ranked in the top 20 by NJ Athletics, and I think they're barely cracking the top 15 of NJ.com. So they think that they have an argument to be one of the best teams in the state, and we'll see if they can prove that. Zucci keeping this one going. Dean Buckley going to barely make it over the net. It's going to be a violation by Buckley. Another point for Monroe. St. Joe's getting close to ending this one. Nick Drake over to Bobby Ilson. Ilson gets blocked again. Noah Stout over to Scott Schmidt. What a play by Scott Schmidt.
Why are the Monroe players shocked?
I think they're trying to say it didn't hit the ground, but to me, I think it clearly hit the ground.
Yeah, maybe they're just delusional.
But I mean, Sketh, what a play there by Schmidt. It was like a little bit of a floater.
You can
over the
tell
top.
by my tone that I am not surprised anymore.
I mean, it looks like it's going to be a win. I mean, Scott knows it, obviously.
Shout out Schloke giving me looks from the bench.
I mean, we should ask him too if Schloke thinks it's going to be a win. Does Alejandro think it's going to be a win? And the ref is, I guess, going to change his mind and give Monroe the points.
Pity points. IMO.
You could call it that. So no points from Monroe. They're going to take away a point from St. Joe's. Bobby Ilson, once again, his kill unsuccessful. Another nice play there by St. Joe's. Now there's their 15th point. Just delaying the inevitable right there.
In other news, Ben, our seniors have about 15 days left of school, 16, something like that.
Yeah.
Graduation coming up, prom coming up. Be ashamed to be alone, right, Ben?
(15-13) right now, the Falcons lead. Scott Schmidt over to Bobby Ilson. Oh, nice kill there by Bobby Ilson. Put just enough power under it.
Ben, I want one of those red flags.
It looks fun.
Just putting the flag up.
It looks, I mean, I would love to do that.
What if you get Scott Sterling and you're just trying to put the flag up? You know?
Oh, and the ball hits you?
Yeah.
I wonder who they give the point to.
Ben, if you were to play a varsity sport, which you never will, what would you play?
Well, that's why I'm broadcasting, Keth. Let's see. I am horrendous at golf, so we'll scratch that one out.
Here, I think the list will be shorter if we talk about what you're not horrendous at.
Let's see. There's not a lot.
if it's any consolation, I feel like you show a lot of potential in curling. So
Oh, I would love to do, yeah, curling.
yeah.
If we start a curling team, best believe I'm the captain.
Yeah, I mean,
Cricket as well. Shout out to Mr. Herring.
oh, that's all me, baby. GMC champions. Anyway, Ben, if I ever need my house to be cleaned up, I'll let you know. Since you're very skilled at curling, I feel like the skill will translate to cleaning up. So
Man, I'd be more than willing to do that for so many people, but man, for you, Saketh, I don't know how many favors I would ever want to do you. I'm not gonna lie.
what happened to the brotherhood, man? We have 16 days left.
Hey, it's an eye for an eye right now, Saketh. Bobby Olsen wouldn't attack. 17-16, St. Joe's leads.
Shout out Mr. Cabrita, going to Costa Rica tomorrow with yours truly. One of St. Joe's most legendary trips to come.
Yeah, that Costa Rica trip. Along with that Kairos. You're on that Kairos trip as well.
Yeah. Legendary. All-time trips. I'll let you know how it goes, Ben.
That sounds perfect. $17 at the moment.
So Ben, we were talking about prom earlier. Do you have a special someone in mind?
I do. Yes, I do have a date. And you, Saketh?
I do. And from which schooling district is your date originate from?
From Monroe, to be
Wow,
honest. Yeah.
wow.
It's a shocker. I am from Monroe. She is as well.
Any idea on what you're going to be wearing?
No, I got to go soon. Probably a tuxedo.
Okay.
Probably a tuxedo.
Okay. I was considering a bathing suit, but I felt like it would have been a little too casual.
I pondered a tuxedo T-shirt, if I'm being honest, but I felt that would be trying a little too hard, so I'm going to go with a tuxedo.
Yeah, I see that. Ben, if you need, I'll let you know. I actually was able to get my hands on my tuxedo.
We could share. If you want to just cut yours down the middle.
You know, that would actually work. That would actually work. We'll do a broadcasting split right down the middle.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, no problem.
We'll take a headset too, cut that down the middle, we'll wear that. We got a crazy rally going on as Monroe comes out on top. And Nick Drake holding the team accountable there. The Falcons take a 19-17 lead. Monroe, their first lead this late in the game.
Would you call this the Falcon Bowl?
I think I would. The fight for the Falcon.
I like Falcon Bowl.
Arav Zucci blocked again. Another point for Monroe. And we are going to have a stoppage here for just a minute. We are back for the final few points of the second set. Monroe.
So it looks like the Monroe Falcons saw that we gave them a quick lead, and I feel like they mistook that for them thinking that they may actually win the game.
I'm going to be honest. I know you're not a big fan of them, but
Benjamin, stop it right now.
They have a shot.
Stop it right now.
They have a shot.
Benjamin, I know you live in Monroe and all. Sorry, Jamesburg, but you know, I really don't like the bias coming into the broadcast. I'll be honest.
All I'm saying is they're leading right now, so they have a shot. We'll see if they can capitalize on it. Scott Schmidt will send that one over to Bobby Ilson. Bobby not happy with the line ref there. He said that he kept it going. (22-17), Monroe leads the second set. Another block for Monroe. They keep it coming. And Sakath, we are looking at a third set at the moment.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ben.
Here's a serve from Monroe. It's going to take a miracle for St. Joe's to come back in this one. Bobby Ilson gets that one over. And that one tipped off of Bobby on the kill from Monroe. 24-17. This set is all but over.
Ben, in terms of over-under with Monopoly dollars, of course, what are the chances St. Joe's comes back from this set?
This set is going to be a stretch, as it's already coming down to the wire. And there goes the set.
Why are they acting like they won the championship?
They still have one more set to go. I guess it's because, they know how good St. Joe's is, and they probably didn't expect such a close game with a team like this.
Ben, this is one of the only sports that, like, the glasses wearers don't have to wear sports goggles or contacts.
Yeah, you could wear sports goggles, but yeah, I don't know if you have to.
Yeah.
We do have a short break here at the end of the second set. Once again, it is 1-1. The winner of this next set, sudden death, if you will take home the And sorry about the wait. Some technical difficulties with the audio. I hope you were following along
Ben,
with the score at the bottom. It's tied at 15.
Ben, don't lie to them. Just tell them that you didn't know how to work the mics.
I
and that
was
you're technologically incompetent.
I will admit that if someone slightly smarter than me was working these mics, it probably would have gotten done a lot faster, but St. Joe's taking the lead there. Was that Arv?
Yeah, no, I'm usually a firm Arv hater, but that was a disgusting spike.
I saw the look on your face after he hit that strike, that kill there by Arv.
It's like really silent in here.
Yeah, some sort of violation there.
Damn.
Another point for St. Joe's, it looks like, as well.
Imagine being on a team that has violations.
Yeah, couldn't be St. Joe's.
Couldn't be.
Shlok Patel with the Falcons up 17-15. 8 more points and they walk away victorious.
Yes, sir, Schlock. I don't know what's going on.
Schlock is just taking his time. I know the Monroe coach is talking with the refs. It's Vicky Steck over there from Monroe.
It's really good that we have some women in coaching roles.
Yeah.
Even starting from the high school level.
And let me look at Monroe. They're battling with one of the best teams in New Jersey.
Maybe some other teams need to learn from Vicky.
So we're still figuring some things out here. Schlock is still waiting to serve. Coach Steck is still arguing.
Ben, I never realized how uncomfortable it could be to broadcast from up here. We had the comfort of sitting in.
Yeah, I think I'd rather be standing. Yeah, these bleachers. 17-16 after that point there for Monroe.
Ben, how insane would St. Joe's volleyball have been? We had Carl Anthony Towns, Andrew Bynum, Jay Williams,
Scott Schmidt.
Imagine if we had Miles Y.
Miles Y.
That would have been insane. How do you think St. Joe's volleyball team of that physical stature would be able to do?
Tyus Battle too. I mean, again, Scott Schmidt still miles ahead of all of them. It's not even close. He is a powerhouse. But I think that might be the greatest volleyball team ever assembled. If they spent their entire lives dedicated to just volleyball, I think it really would be the greatest team we've ever seen. More points for Monroe, 18-17. Monroe takes the lead late in the third set. That serve is an error. It'll be a point for St. Joe's. And Monroe answers right back with a point of their own. 19-18. And they have the serve. Scott Schmidt. The kill unsuccessful. Bobby Ilson tries his hand. And Ilson's kill is successful.
So we're going to have Dan Bachensky, flock leader, hop on the mic real quick. Talk to us about St. Joe's sports, St. Joe's volleyball, lax season.
Bachensky.
Never mind.
Never mind. We'll keep it here, Saketh. 19-19. We got a good ball game here. There's the block, unsuccessful. St. Joe's keeps it going. Another violation, this time against Monroe. St. Joe's takes a 20-19 lead. St. Joe's takes a 20-9. The Scott Schmidt on the serve. It was a good one. Monroe digs it. Schmidt keeps it going. A nice play there by Nick Drake.
Yeah, I like the misdirection there. It looked like he was gonna set it up for Scott, but he just let it float over.
What a play by the junior. Mr. Arva is getting hyped over there. I mean, especially if the team wins here today.
Yeah.
I could. Man,
We never know what the Darva does behind closed doors.
You wonder who coaches this team. I mean, you got Mr. Cabrita and his volleyball team over the next week.
Hey, just have Scott Schmidt coaching and playing.